And I'd like to introduce Scott Ellsworth. Scott is a CPA, but more than that and better than that, is he's a real estate investor.
Nice.
So he has looked all over the rules and regs for himself, and then he can bring that knowledge to us to help us. I've always been told you always want a CPA who is a real estate investor also. So they know all the nitty gritty and how to deal with it. So Scott, the floor is all yours.
Thanks. How's everybody doing tonight? Great. All right, I'm going to put this here. Hopefully that'll be enough. I'm a loudspeaker anyway. So we're going to talk about cost segregation tonight. It's basically a way to get accelerated tax savings that you don't have to spend any more money for than what you're doing, except maybe getting the cost segregation study done. Myself, so I'm a CPA. I specialize in real estate investors and entrepreneurs. I'm actually a licensed real estate agent. I don't sell anybody stuff. I don't do that. I used to manage about 500 units. I'm involved in real estate investing since '87, so I'm pretty old, I guess. I'm the past president, treasurer of RIA of Greater Cincinnati, past president of RIA. I've been the co-leader of the landlord group, the passive investor group, the current vice president of RIA. I believe in these organizations. These are great organizations to learn and to network. And I'd encourage you to network. You got to make sure you get cards. You got to make sure you network. The groups I've seen, everybody does business with other members. That's where the big deals are made. That it's an opportunity you do not want to pass up. Mostly what I do now is I buy, value add, and hold. So I own commercial, a small one. I own a large one, 27,000 square foot. We just bought that. It's the building I'm in. Single families, 2 families, 4 families. I have 44 units. That's my largest multifamily. I've done Kentucky tax liens. Those have been good. I've managed over 500 rental units in the past as a realtor. Wholesale to flip lots. Back in the early 2000s, we were building $600,000 to $1.5 million homes. That was back in early 2000. So those were ground up. We tore down old houses, houses did infills. We tore down the house, bought a $300,000 house, built $1 million home in its place. And that was, again, almost 20 years ago. It was probably 20 years ago. So it was a good time. I got out of it just in time, by the way. I'm not a genius, just God's looking down over me, because I got out of the new home construction in 2006. So I would have had, we were building $1 million spec homes. Spec home is basically you're building it and then you're advertising it. It's no contract. I had a line of credit with U.S. Bank, $3 million, and I would have been bankrupt had I still had those. So I was very fortunate, and I appreciate God providence in that, because I was not in it. Rehabbed 150 plus apartment buildings and houses, apartment units and houses. I've been involved in 3 different private placement memorandum syndications with real estate. I'm chief financial officer and chief operating officer of many small, mid-sized companies. They hire me as an outsourced controller, outsourced CFO, outsourced finance director. And I got my wife. My wife just puts up with the schedule, and she's okay with it. She has her joys, and I am a joy of hers, but she's fine if I want to do whatever I do. She's fine with it. So just a disclaimer, this is educational only. You're not paying me. I'm not giving you advice. So talk to your tax professional to confirm the information and any decisions you make. Everybody's situation is different, and the time will be different. Laws can change, in a matter of months. Fortunately, hopefully, Congress is. I used to be really upset when Congress did nothing and got paid. Now I'm like, I'm gonna pay you. I want you to sit there, smoke your cigars, drink your whatever. Just don't pass anything. Just leave everything alone. That's what our Congress needs to do. I don't care what party you are.
Greater Dayton REIA is a great source of information for real estate investors. You can learn what you need to do to succeed. You can learn the different opportunities that there are in the marketplace, and you can meet a lot of people that know about this from their own experience.
It's a fantastic organization because you can network with more seasoned investors. You meet all kinds of different vendors each time, insurance companies, title companies. There's always a different group of people here. And even though I've been involved in real estate since '99, every time I come to a meeting I learn something different. You could also find contractors here. It's just a really great way to network.
The benefits that I've gotten from CPA over the years is being able to tap into a pool of knowledge from experienced investors, experienced speakers that allow me to overcome any obstacles I might have from what I'm not familiar with.
CPA, we learned that this is a team sport, and being a landlord requires quite a few people to help. In CPA, we found our accountant, attorney, property manager, realtor who furnishes the leads for the properties, and I believe the appraisers.
CPA in 2010 to invest. The whole team was there. I had a property manager, realtors who had deals, and now I have 4 houses that are all turnkey solutions. I've invested in private LLCs. I've even bought So by joining an organization like GD REIA, you too can learn how to be a good investor.
And we are an approved vendor with GD REIA. We've been with you guys about 4 or 5 years now, and we love networking with the members, and we're here to help. So anything that they need help with, you can find us here every meeting and ask us whatever questions you need to.